Hello, okay, so I'm back, and now we're going to talk about my last milestone, procedural flinching. So let me start and give you a little bit of what I've got for my first iteration of this thing. So basically, me as a player, I can go up to this player dummy and punch him. See, he starts recalling, but you can notice something. The more I punch him, the more I push him, he gets a little bit messed up. His spine doesn't work very well, which is a bug, which I will fix in my next, which will show later on how I fixed it. So let's jump into the script. So what's going on is I'm using the script to require handler, which handles the animation for the thing. So I have the rigid body, the force, the layer to make sure that I'm hitting the right layer, the constraint of the object, which is going backwards. In the case that I showed you, the head animation target, which is literally the target of the constraint, like I talked earlier. Max recall timer is how long the animation will take of, like, as you can see, like him going backwards and then forward again. Current timer is how much the animation is, how much time the animation has run for. Recall direction. That's the direction in which the player flinches. Punched is just a variable to check if the player was punched. That's the original position, so that it will return to. And recall location is where the enemy's head will end up. And that's first run just a boot to help check. So I set the original position as a transform position in the first thing. I set first run as true, so that make sure that I'm first running this on the first time. So if the player is punched, then apply the recoil. So for first run, I set the recoil location as the position plus the direction plus the force. Because if I want to apply a vector, I need to add it to the current position, and then I'm also multiplying by the force because I want to make it the recoil, so that I can like see how much the player's limb recoils. So if the current timer is not there yet, it's on the max, you increase it, and also if the timer is above the max recoil timer, we reset it. We set punch to false, so we reset the punch boolean variable. We set first run as true, so it runs to the first run again, and here's the float time. This is just this t is just clamping the current timer by max recoil timer. Why I'm doing this? So that I can break the animation into the animation into two steps. First step, below 0, it's when the limb is going backwards, and above 0.5 is when the limb is going back to its original position. So, but how does that work really? How do I know, like, if the player is getting punched? So if I go to the player, you can see these little lasers coming out of these little rays coming out of the player's fist, which they are just if you go here, hand punching. So this is a new script that I made, which let's have a look at it. Punch handler. It basically, every time I punch, I cast a raycast, and I get the enemy hit transform. I get the recall direction, which is a transform the forward, which is the direction of the punch, minus the hit on normal. Why am I doing this? So if you get punched in between the center of the face and the face, your head isn't gonna go fully leftwards or fully backwards. It's gonna go an angle in between. So by doing that way, I get the angle in between, so that it takes into account also the the face which is being punched on the model. So I get the recoil handler. I get the recoil handler from the thing that is being punched, and then I pass in the recoil direction to the recoil handler in the thing that I just in the object that I just got the script from, and then I set the punch true, which then again, as if you remember correctly, then triggers the apply recoil with the recoil direction. So that's pretty much how the script works. But now I'm gonna go over the fix that I did. Hi, so now I changed into my most recent version of the game, and I'm gonna start punching this guy again. I'm gonna start punching him, and I'm gonna push him as I punch him further away from the center. And as you can see, he's still doing fine. He's no longer getting deformed. And the solution to this was actually pretty stupid. I was previously using transform position, and so what was going on? Since I was using transform position, I was getting the real world position. So since the enemy spawned around here, every time it would recoil back, he would recoil back pointing towards this location over here. But by using local position, which by using local position, which takes a position based on the parent transform. Now every time I punch him, his head always goes back to the position that I want it to be. So that was literally it. Just swapping out all the transform positions by local position, and um, and that's pretty much about it. Um, Now this was my final promise for my milestone, and thank you for watching my videos. I know if I wish I could have added them better. I have a lot of work to get on. I have a lot of work of other classes to get done. And I'm just trying to juggle everything out with burnout. And I hope you can tune in better. I hope you can tune in later and see more of the videos, because I really wanna keep working on this game. I really want to keep working on this game. I want to publish it one day. I just want to do something with it one day. So thank you very much. Hey, hello. Never see me again. Hey, and I just wanted to say um, thank you for watching all the videos. Whoever watched it, I know my professors watched them. Um, I want to say a few things. The first one is I I wish I could have added them better. I wish I could have kept track of the devlogs better. That is absolutely my fault, and it's something that I'm doing after as my reflection of finishing the documentation. I could have definitely done documentation better. Um, but I don't want to use it as an excuse. I understand that I learned from it, and it's just that yeah, I didn't have a lot of assignments. Final stretch, final week of class. Um, Final week of class is a lot of assignments. I'm doing with burnout, but I feel like that's what everybody's doing with burn. Currently, everybody's doing their best to do with burnout. But thank you. I hope whoever watched it, who's watching this, enjoyed and sees potential in the game that I'm working on. I want to keep working on this on my free time. I absolutely want to get this game done one day and publish it. I already have a story for it. I already have a little script written for it. Narrative script, not C sharp script, but I have a narrative script already written. It's hidden in my computer somewhere, and I want to get back to this. I want to be able to finish this game. So thank you very much. I hope you come back, and hopefully when you come back, I have more devlogs, and this time around, actually good devlogs. So thank you very much, and this is me signing out.